to take responsibility for the culture of our party and to fight for our republic we all know is worth it. I respect your vote. I'm running because you deserve a real choice, and Republicans across our district deserve a real choice come June. I'm here because I'm willing to take responsibility for the change we have to see in our party, the change that's coming in our country, and the change we as citizens deserve. I'm running because I have just as much right and ability to be on this stage as these two gentlemen, and quite frankly, I have a lot more at stake. You know, it doesn't take courage for me to challenge someone who's been in office for 20 years. It takes courage for me to stand up here knowing that you guys have the power to do something extraordinary today and to literally make history. If you elect me today, I'll be the first woman in history to represent this district. And did you know that out of over the 70 people we've sent from Colorado over the decades, only 4 have been women and only 1 have been Republican? The only reason I mention my gender is because I'm tired of Democrats like Diana DeGrette from District 1 carrying the torch for women. You don't speak for me. You see, if you vote for me today, you send a message to the local and national establishment, to the media, even to the progressives that are expecting more of the same, that you get to pick your candidates, not them. Years ago, I got a phone call from a friend asking me to come work at the Capitol because they needed more liberty-minded conservative women. And I was reluctant because I have 2 degrees in foreign policy. I had my sights on going back to Israel and doing some democratic development work in the Middle East. But when I came to the Capitol and witnessed the tremendous need to get true conservatives elected to help the Republican Party hold the line against the destructive progressive machine in Colorado, when I saw the need to fight for my own country, I stayed. For over a decade, I've worked on campaigns, I've worked for elected officials, I've worked for a lot of gentlemen in this room, I volunteered, I've been to meetings all over this state, and I've heard over and over again, we need to get more youth, we need to get more women, we need to lead on messaging. Folks, when are we going to do what it takes to make the party of us everything it should be? The Republican Party is crisis. I don't need to tell you that. We all have friends and family. They want to give up on us. They don't support the party system. They don't think that their vote matters. We've heard of the same Republican stump speech over and over again. Pro-life, pro-gun. I'm the most conservative. Well, congratulations, so am I. But I don't need to tell you that most Americans want to hear how we're going to solve problems that affect their day-to-day life. There are countless unaffiliated voters waiting to be shown why they should be registered to become Republican. I'm running for them. In this crisis of character, though, I see tremendous opportunity. We're standing somewhere that we've never been before. In all of this controversy and conflict, we are witnessing an unprecedented awakening of the American people. And my hope and prayer is that we're standing on the verge of saying, the best is yet to come. Ted Cruz is absolutely my first choice, but I'm glad Donald Trump is in the race because he's taken a wrecking ball to the puppet master elitists that have held conservatives back and is clearing the way for Americans like us to take back our party. Imagine what can be done. But the reality is that Colorado is a swing state. We are getting bluer and bluer every day. Do you know unaffiliates out-register us and that Democrats are currently out-registering Republicans right now? There is no such thing as a safe seat. Are we ready? Are we ready to take on those demographic changes? You know, I work at the Capitol every day. The Republican Party has failed us nationally and locally. We don't bring people into the party. We failed at messaging, and honestly, Democrats are winning. They work as a team. They have their act together. They invite the media. They prepare for debate. They have more minorities and people under 40 in office than we do, and they're aggressive at securing support for future elections. Yet the policies that they push are poison, and we don't have what it takes to go against them. When are Republicans going to do what it takes to work as a team? Every election year I see the same big heavy hitters come out, big donors, the RNC, Republican strategists propping up the same kind of candidates with the same messages, maintaining the status quo, and we don't have a majority because of it. It's time to get serious. I don't know about you, but I'm done. That's why I'm running today. What are you willing to do to make sure our party has a future? What are you willing to do Do you want a congressman that shows up at election season and gives a nice speech and a list of things you want to hear? Do you want a congresswoman who's an outspoken leader, who won't settle, who's a team player, who will confront liberals and believes it is also her job to help make the Republican Party a party that we can all be proud of? We need candidates that will build relationships with anyone and everyone who values liberty, a prosperous economy, a peaceful civil society. We need leaders who are willing to take on issues that Republicans won't touch. We need to engage the culture war, talk about social justice issues, the environment, Islam, agriculture, science. We need someone capable of navigating controversial topics with intellectual honesty, with conviction, and with respect. Folks, how can we get people to the table if they can't even get through the door? Come on, people, we need to be prepared. None of us will agree on everything, but all of us can agree that the absolute value of human life and that the principles of liberty and just governance found in the Constitution are for all people at all times. It starts by electing candidates like me. It's time to get our own house in order. We need people who are strategic thinkers, who are willing to accept the challenge of a rapidly changing political landscape. There's no such thing as a safe seat, people. We can shout from the rooftops that we're conservative and wave our liberty flags all day, but if we don't have a public that's willing to vote for us and keep us in office, game over. I can't do this alone. All I'm asking for you today is to put me on the ballot. You don't have to vote for me in June, but I do need you to vote for me today. Give Republicans a choice. You know, I've been told that if you want something you've never had before, you've got to do something you've never done before. I'm ready for a new era in the Republican Party, aren't you? I'm not going to end my speech by saying, God bless America. But instead, I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to live a life that blesses God, that blesses your fellow Americans. My name is Calandra, and I'm asking for every one of your votes. Thank you.